You're listening to the Fitzy and Wippa podcast.
You may know them as Dr. Chris Brown and Julia Morris, but we know them as Mark and Keith.
Keithy.
From the brand new movie DC League of Super Pets. Let's have a listen to them.
Or you can drink water.
Actually, I think we'd just rather stay here.
Wow, that's crazy!
Whoa.
Out of the park.
Who is Mark and who is Keith?
Well, that's what we want you to guess.
You're Keith, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
Oh, no,
Are you Mark?
Julia's a Keith for
Hey?
sure.
Yeah.
Well, I'm made of water. I'm a little bit fluid.
And can you
Could be
tell us,
anything.
in the movie, what animals are you? What are you?
What do you think when you look at us? What do you like? What's the vibe we're giving off?
You'd be a big dog. You'd be a really big dog.
No, Brownie's an alpaca.
Yeah, right.
Beautiful, beautiful fur.
Oh, do you know what I would love to be? An Afghan dog.
Yeah.
What about how with all that hair?
Yes.
And the way this way they hurtle across
Well,
the
they
park.
flow.
Yeah. Well,
But
disappointingly,
no, we're just a couple of guinea pigs.
we're not Afghan hounds or alpacas. We're guinea pigs. Okay.
Yeah.
And we represent the guinea pig community with honour and
Yes.
with grace.
Actually,
That's
we
beautiful.
can. You're right. No,
and we don't go.
today.
You never want to go. You never want to go full method if you really are a guinea pig.
What sort of method would you use with the guinea pig?
Well,
Great question. What do they do?
They eat their own poo, so you don't want to
they?
go the whole way. You never go the
I
whole
heard you
way.
can only
So-
do that once, and then the next time that you do it, you actually get very unwell.
What website
Is that
are you
right?
What's
I'm
the
not-
difference between a guinea pig and a gerbil?
on? Different species altogether.
Right,
What?
okay.
Asking for a friend?
I was going to say Friday or Saturday.
Can we call all Sydney
This is
all
a
Sydney
children's-
rescue organisations for
children's
guinea
movie.
pigs immediately notify them?
That's right.
To guinea pigs, I mean, I've never owned a guinea pig. Some next door neighbours had a guinea pig for a while. They don't really do a lot.
Oh, that's,
that's
very
unfair.
rude.
I'm so
actually.
sorry.
No, that's
so
not
sorry.
nice.
No.
What does a guinea pig do?
Chew, 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 chew. They just love chewing.
chew over everything.
I mean, you've got to chew it over.
You would relate to them, Whip. You would love them. They spend about 90% of their life eating.
Yeah, that's me.
They
Hey, I'm in charge of this interview, mate.
Dr. Chris, what do they eat though? Is it straw vibes? Am I right?
hay straw,
Hey.
a lot of fibre.
That's it.
They need it.
Fitzy and I were lucky enough to do a similar role, and we were
You had to make this about you, didn't you?
We
we were
did it
beavers.
first. We did it
You
first.
were what?
we were beavers.
You were beavers.
I was sort of the short, hairier one.
Yes.
And Fitz was the taller beaver.
That's exactly how it goes in our combination as well.
So this was in a movie called Wonder Park.
Yeah.
And this was us in Wonder Park.
Oh,
Meet the Wonder Park team. Gus and Cooper, the builders.
We got a boom shaka boom, boom shaka boom shaka boom shaka. Well, that didn't work.
Nope. At least we got dinner.
Your fault. Why is it always my fault?
Wonder Park.
Really good beavers.
I mean, if you're looking for a good beaver, would you look any further?
Was that quite high pitched?
It was.
Yeah, because it was fast.
Did you guys take it there, or did
Yeah, we did.
You did.
Can I ask you? It's a long process because did you have the vision in front of you?
Yes.
And you had to get it. You had to lip sync
Yeah.
perfectly. It's really hard.
Well, what happens it's a process called ADR. Well, so you know because you've been through it, but for our friends who are listening, and there's these two sticks that go along the front of the television, and when the two sticks touch, that's when you've got to start talking. But you have this moment before the two sticks touch. You're like, hope I get it right. Hope I get it right. Hope I get missed it.
Yeah,
missed it.
nervous
Sorry,
guinea
can I
pig.
go again? Nervous guinea pig.
Nervous
Was
guinea
there any
pigs in a row.
moments where, out of nowhere, you just both went, "I'm a celebrity"?
Well, Brownie, did you pull them up at all and go, you know what? Being a doctor, being a vet, guinea pigs wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. A guinea pig would never, ever.
Thank you.
That's not true to form.
No, you know I love the facts. I actually put two large teeth in just so I could really be the guinea pig, and I had to talk like very Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
Yes, I took two of mine out. Now I've got what they call a passion gap.
yes.
And that's, where the bottom of your teeth just come out.
Right.
Hey, the other
actual
question
passion.
everybody wants to know as well, what is it like working with The Rock and also Kevin Hart? Like, you guys, do you hang out now? Are you guys...
Do you want to get them on the phone?
Yeah, get them on the phone.
Call
Get
The
'em
Rock
on.
now.
Get them on the phone.
Oh no, it's a bit late in LA.
Oh, do you know
Otherwise
what?
we could.
Dwayne
Hang
said
on.
to me, he's like,
I'll just see
early
if he's
night
up.
tonight.
I'll
He's
see
like,
if
I
he's
know you
up.
guys, whatever. And we don't want to brag about it.
Right, he's
But
having
we're
a
very
go.
close.
That's great.
Yeah, but if you look, you know how, like, when people cross their fingers like that, you say we're very close. This is us over here. We're a long way
You're the
away from where the cross would be.
You've never met him in your life, have you?
He's in the gym, guys. I just messaged him.
They
I'm sorry.
have,
It's just he says hi to you guys.
Yeah, right.
To Fizzy and Wippa.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
He's like,
Always
my
nice
warmest
to
to the
chat.
Beavers.
Yeah.
He says. That's lovely, actually. It's a good callback.
That's really cute, mate.
Yeah.
Thank him for it.
No,
It's Wippa, by the way.
He's gone to bed.
Hey, can you guys, on commercial radio, we unpredictable fun, we do some
What?
real quirky stuff and
I
that.
don't. What are you doing?
Do you want to go to the panic room?
Yes. I think we both know I do.
No, we do. There's couples confessions. Now we know you guys aren't together, but you are on
Hey,
television.
legally.
So
together.
you've got to tell us 3 things about each other
What?
that no one else knows about.
Couples confession.
Dangerous.
This is really dangerous and fun, and it's commercial
Oh, do you
radio.
know what?
You could end what we have.
I like
Go
that.
horribly wrong.
Fitzy and Whippers. Couples confessions.
This is beautiful, isn't it? Because, technically they're not a couple, but time spent with somebody creates that feeling of a marriage or relationship. Do you know what I mean, Ryan James Fitzgerald?
Well, and we were lucky enough to go over to South Africa for one of the I'm a Celebrities and spend a lot of time with you guys.
Great
and
fun.
how hard you work. It's ridiculous. You're up
thank
at
you.
3 in the morning, is that correct?
Yeah.
Who wakes the other one up? Who's first to rise and then taps the other one on the shoulder?
Do you know what? I often will swing over and that arm, the smacky arm goes over.
Oh, you do that one? Yeah.
Yeah, and
And
then
that
the
wakes
doctor's
him up.
all like, ow, my stethoscope. And then, because he wears, whatever, he
takes
wears,
it fair.
we
I'm
never know when there's going to be an animal emergency.
I'm normally sleeping with one eye open anyway, so I'm sort of ready for that
I'm not going to tell you
moment.
which eye. Anyway, not to worry.
What was the party called for the crew every Thursday night? What was that one called?
Swedini Thursday.
Oh, that is so dangerous.
It's not ideal, can I say that? Because everyone's got a couple of days off.
Yeah, they do. But didn't somebody, after that, a snake crawled into one of the tents?
Well,
That's what they.
Do you know
That's what the HR report said. Anyway, I think it was.
I know we keep going there. I'm going to take it even worse. The snake was a spitting cobra.
Oh, you're kidding me. Could have gone from anywhere.
And the best executive producer you've ever had.
I remember woke up and the spitting cobra was on his doona. I was like, literally, if I had $1, right? But he then threw the doona up over the spitting cobra
Kept
and
spitting.
then threw the cobra kind of to the other side of the... A spitting cobra,
Oh, my
guys.
God.
Look it up. Actually,
is-
don't look it up. If you can just narrow it down to the images of the snake, you're going to be okay.
Don't
But,
Google it.
yeah. And he ran out of the apartment. I think he left, didn't he? Did he go home?
It was a lot for him.
All right, here we go. Couples confessions. Now, this is the stuff that people don't know about this couple, and you've got to reveal something about each other here. Who wants to
Right.
kick it off?
I mean, because you know so many secrets, you're scared of which ones to reveal.
Yeah, sure.
Am I
Go,
right?
go with your top. Just round out your top 3. Julie, do you want to kick it off?
Yes, we're going to kick it off.
Why are you looking at a new idea as you say this, Julia? 'Cause that's where we get all...
Because I love that Dr. Chris falls in love every Christmas. And by New Year, he's getting married.
There's a baby on the way.
Baby on the way. I've got 6 babies.
Hey, listen, if I've got a baby on the way, there's going to be trouble, guys. I'm 54.
Both of you run at me.
So happy for you and Fifi.
Yeah,
That's it.
I know.
No, that's beautiful.
It keeps on giving.
I've
too.
actually got to
long distance.
I've been
low
photographing
maintenance.
those each year, and I've got them all side by side somewhere in my phone.
Then you'll
Every
be
year it's someone different.
You'll be able to identify the kids.
No.
It's just the best.
Julia, you kick it off. if
Okay,
you got
I'm going to get off first. I'm going to... what I'm going to do is give you one thing about my beloved, and that is that he doesn't favour a closed shoe at any time. He may have one on today, but you will even find him even in snaps at the airport
Very toey.
where he's wearing a thong. I bumped into him in Fiji Airport
Really?
about 2 months ago.
True.
There he is, fanging that thong
Yeah.
through the airport.
Is it only thongs,
Will
Dr.
you do
Chris
a-
Brown, or do you wear anything else?
A Birkenstock or a...
No.
No.
Wippa. We don't all drive Range Rovers. Admittedly, I do as well, but I don't Instagram.
Okay. I haven't even brought up your other girlfriend.
The Birkenstock comes free with the Range Rover, so it's not the look that
Okay.
I
They
go
attached
for.
in the car.
Yeah,
They're on the pedals. You would do... You think like clip-ons, like cycling shoes. You would look really good in the old reef sandals with the Velcro.
you know what? Growing up in Newcastle,
You would have
I
had a-
ran a reef for, I reckon,
Did you?
16 years of my first 16 years.
And a shark tooth necklace?
Yeah.
What about a masseur sandal of
Oh,
sorts
yes.
that could massage the underneath of the pied?
From the chemist.
Yeah, nice.
Therapeutic.
No, bless your soul, Dr. Shull, not Spawn.
It's your time to retort.
Oh, I'm a little nervous because Julia's just gone very kind with the first
Oh, I'm
one.
going all kind because I can't even, you know what I'm like. If I put you through like 2.5 years of menopause, my friend, there's no way I'm going to be mean to you anymore.
That was actually one of mine.
No, it was brutal.
That was
one.
brutal.
That was interesting. That was a tough couple
he
of
still
years.
shudders
I'm
every
glad that-
time I lift my
The fact you
voice.
brought it up means I can talk about it.
Yes, sir.
But, I can't even look at you.
You're
No, come
bringing
on.
out a book on it, aren't you?
I think so. It is interesting how our guinea pigs have special powers of I can catch on fire. I always felt that that should have been her.
Yes.
just
I
running
know.
a significant temperature
I mean.
and just fiery
Oh,
spitting
yeah. No,
venom.
from 0 to non-hero in 1 second.
So yeah, menopause was fun for both of us.
Yes.
And
Is that your first one?
no, I'm happy to use another one. Julia.
No, he means is that the first menopause you've been through?
yeah.
Is that what you mean?
No, it's just the first confession.
Oh,
I've got a few, mate. Trust me, I could pay for this.
Mondays.
She doesn't always see the need to use a official toilet.
Oh, no.
Oh, bushweed.
Yeah. No, it's not my signature move, but yes, it did happen.
Where were you?
Most risque?
Just in
Can we
Randwick?
ask the most risque?
Okay, look, in my defence, they hadn't attached, and I didn't know, they hadn't attached the toilet in my special van. But, you know, we've got little vans each where we can go and spend our time while we're waiting to shoot the next part of the footage. And they said, look, your bathroom's not attached. So I was like, yeah, no worries, I'll just use my bathroom tomorrow. So the next day I came in, they said, if it flushes, it works. So I came in, flushed it, it worked, great. So I went to have my constitutional and anyway, came outside and there was a couple of producers on the road outside my van. And I was like, how are you guys this morning? They're like,
Not as good as you.
well, I turned around and there was, everyone's in their cars and they've not long had their brekkie, but there was a little poo-poo on the ground. On the ground outside the van. Anyway, so then I'm like, I'm in full costume for the show. I'm like, I'm just going to go and pick that up. They're like, you're not picking that up, you're in costume. I'm like, no one else is picking that up.
Girl, yeah, you have to
And
do
then
it
I saw
yourself.
Stephen Tate, who's like a proper, like full-on executive producer with Channel 10. He's walking up the street. He's the big executive producer for I'm a Celebrity.
With a glove on.
I'm trying to hide it from him. And I'm like, hey, good morning. And he goes, I've already seen it. And then he says,
So we're using it in the next show.
no, he goes, I saw it roll out. I'm like, what? And then out comes Dr. Chris, and he's like, what's happening, guys?
He thought it was a wombat.
I was going to analyse it.
You were going to send it to Graham. your
I
dad.
said,
check
if
it
you
for
go near it,
parasites.
I will take to you with a 4x2. So,
Oh, that's extraordinary. What a great effort.
It got roped off. It had
Yeah.
its own little crime scene.
A little plaque.
Do you want to go
taking
again?
photos with it. It was just a horror show. I'm not even kidding.
Oh, no.
But I was empty as a pocket with nothing to lose, and I think that's the main
And had the
thing.
greatest day on set ever.
Do you want to go again, Julia, or do you want Dr. Chris's? It seems like he's got a real big
He
list.
feels, I know the list is kind of concerning.
Have you got another one on him?
I've always got another one on my beloved doctor. He doesn't like to sit the whole way through dinner if there's a sun setting.
Oh, right. Photography.
Photos.
He runs.
Yeah,
So if you're doing a table
We're
for
literally having
table for
dinner.
two,
We're often, when we're in South Africa, they'll say, what would the doctor like for dinner? I said, the doctor would like chicken. That's what the doctor would like. Anyway, no, it's good to get a say. And then the doctor, I'll be able to like, you know, what about blah, 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 and tra-la-la. Mind you, I think he has to have that switch off anyway. Do you know what happens? Do you have to like go to another
Called
place?
space.
My relentless voice won't stop from morning, noon till night. And then the next minute, he's running away. I'm like, I have to go back through the last few statements. I think, what have I said?
What
He
have
says
I done
running away.
wrong?
The car's gone. I hear it like fanging down the driveway.
off with the camera.
And then I realise it's sunset. I'm like, oh, he's going to take some snaps.
He takes
Huge
some
commitment.
amazing snaps. All right,
Huge
last one, Dr. Chris. The last one on Julia. What do you got?
She loves a prank. Loves a prank. Like lives for a prank.
so you're
really
prank
brings
patrol.
out the joy in her life.
In no way. I turn like a death adder if someone wants to pull a prank on me. I've got no business with it.
We once
here we go.
we once so yeah, in the jungle they're all always playing pranks on each other, and so they were getting up to all sorts of shenanigans. And so I spoke to the social media producer, and he's like, "You should prank Julia." I was like, "I should definitely not prank Julia." He's like, "No, you definitely should."
How do people not know by now?
And so he convinced me, and so I got a bucket of water. And as she came out of
She came
out of a little
Stand
trailer
by.
thing, she always like comes out and turns left to go to where the treehouse is. And so I was going to get the bucket of water, and we're going to film it, and I was going to throw a bucket of water in her direction, but right. So she went left, and the bucket of water was going to go right.
So like a nearly got you moment.
Yeah.
Right.
Like just so you could see it going, oh, is it going to hit her? No, it doesn't. And this one morning, she turned right.
Oh, yeah.
And
You drenched her.
bucket of water went up and straight down on a freshly made up, finely manicured Julia Morris.
Funny, isn't it?
I've been in makeup since 4.
About 7 minutes before we were due to go to live on air.
Yeah.
Really funny, isn't it?
No, it's just really good times.
Yeah.
Like, even hearing about it now, I could really laugh about it now. But at the time,
So all the laughs on and off set. That's how relationships work. Bit of love, bit of hate.
it sounds a true relationship.
Oh, that's extraordinary.
We haven't really had a crossed word though, as such. Or maybe I've had a lot of. I mean, do I have a lot of crosswords? Who knows? But we haven't had a "How very dare you storm off." That's it. Now, how do we repair this?
Right.
Ever.
Do you need to? So there's no kiss and makeup required.
There will be. Don't worry.
It's
There
a
will
beautiful,
be. It's
it is
coming.
a
It's a later in
beautiful
the story.
relationship. If you want to go and see Mark and Keith as well, DC League of Super Pets in cinemas September 15. Dr. Chris, Julia Morris, we love you so much. Thanks for
love
coming.
you.
Thank you so much. It's been very beneficial.
You're listening to the Fitzy and Wippa podcast.